Comedian Chonda Pierce recently was at Countryside Christian Center for It's a Girl Thing tour. Chonda is well known for her southern charm and razor-sharp wit. She's been entertaining audiences from coast to coast for over a decade. Fans packed into the center expecting to have a night of laughs, and that's just what they got.
What they call on your online dating thing, I got a wink. And the guy sent me his picture, and I wrote back, how old are you? And he said, 30. I said, I have drawers that are older than me. No, I didn't say that because that would open the door for a lot of conversation.
I also had the opportunity to chat with Chonda before she hit the stage.
I'm here with top-selling female comedian Chonda Pierce. Chonda, thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Thank you, sweetheart. This is fun.
Did you know that you would just be, at a young age, impacting so many people in the realm of laughter?
No, I didn't, because for a while I got spanked for everything I was trying to do. I didn't think I was impacting anybody.
Right.
But I always, looking back, when you start trying to, as all of a sudden now it's been almost 25 years of my career, and you start looking back at what really did start all this. And I do remember as a young child being one of those that made mother laugh, especially when she's getting ready to spank you. If you'd make her laugh, she'd just forget what she got mad about and walk off, And so laughter has always been a mechanism for me. It's been a salvation. It's been a get out of, work. It's been a, help mama forget that she was going to spank me.
Right.
It was used in a variety of ways. Never did I dream or understand the impact that it could make on a human being until I was old enough to truly need it as well. And so when the Bible talks about laughter doing good like a medicine, it was for me first. It was medicine I needed before anybody else. Before you could dish it out, you really got to know that this works. Mm-hmm. And it's not an act. It's not a game. Now I work really hard at my craft, and I write, and I try to come up with the next funny thing. But the true the true laughter that I pour out. It's really there. I get as tickled about me as anybody.
You're up there laughing
Which I don't know if that's smart or not, but I crack myself up.
Recently had what would have been your 32nd anniversary with your husband.
Yes.
And
it's my first anniversary without him.
Yeah, how has that been?
Oh, it was rough. Every time you hit a monumental moment, it's the year of first for me. This is my first year. I lost my husband. He passed away in July. And last year, and so it was the first Christmas without him. It was the first 4th of July, it was coming up, and that was a big family day for us. So I know I'm going to dread that, and so it's the year of first for anyone walking through grief. And I am well acquainted with grief. I lost both my sisters and my mother, and so I understand what the first year of grief is, what you just have to go through. No one can walk through it with you. No one can do it for you. It's just something you have to do on your own. And yet you're not alone. The Lord is so faithful and good, and He sends people and at the right time. Just when you think you're going to break, the body of Christ shows up to be who they are, and so that's precious. But it is hard. It's hard. It is unlike any grief I've ever experienced in my life, the loss of a spouse. Our relationship didn't implode, and we gave up on it. Our relationship just all of a sudden is gone. And that is just hard.
Right. How do you get back on that stage and still perform the way you're supposed to perform?
I take all the tools that I know as a performer. I take the stories that I know that always works. I talk about spanks because women will always crack up at that. And you do what you know works. The hard part is some days I'm at great benefit for that because I'm laughing just as much as anybody. Some days it's a little harder for me to laugh, so I'm just a performer. But there's not many of those days. The joy of the Lord is so incredible, and the sound of laughing. It's the same reason we watch those videos of a baby laughing. You've seen those on YouTube. I could just watch all day, one after that, and you just start laughing. It's contagious. And so I am so blessed that I happen to make a living. I used to say when my husband first died and I had to go back to work, I said, man, this is when I wish I was a plumber. Because, you could get under a sink and you don't have to work, laugh, make him, exactly. But I look at it now and go, wait a minute, I am so blessed that this is a job that I have to go make a bunch of people laugh. And so when you're in the business of lifting them up, you can't help but be lifted up yourself.
Your Facebook fans just love you.
I know. I don't ever have to defend myself, honey. No, all I have to go is go, Joe hurt my feelings. Right. Boom.
And they
Turn them loose.
They love the fact that you post, you know, everything that's going on, ups and downs.
I do.
And so recently, not too long ago, you posted where you had uploaded your dating profile.
Yes.
And we just want to know, how's that going?
Terrible. You know, it's really started out as nothing but a joke. I had girlfriends over for sleepover, you know, old high school friends, and you think you're 12 so you can stay up all night. Well, I fell asleep first one. I wake up the next morning, my laptop is open to 3 different dating sites, and they had signed me up to all this stuff. One, it will be great material someday. I think the best comedy show would be just to be stand up there and show one picture after another. The pictures that men put of themselves thinking, this is really going to get it for some woman. I'm like, are you kidding me? So it'll be great material someday. You know, I don't know. I once in a while will get an email that says, are you Chonda Pierce? You know, what are you doing on this website? And I'm like, I guess the same thing you are. You know, and I'm discovering some websites are notorious to be up to no good than others. Yeah. So, you know, it started out as a joke. I think I've gotten myself off of all of them, but they know how tightwad I am. If they paid money, I will go to the end of the month because I'm not going to waste that money, but I'm collecting the material.
It's been a refreshing evening of Christian comedy here in Clearwater. A number of people came out to enjoy the heartwarming yet comical side of Chonda Pierce. For details on her next tour, go to chonda.org. Reporting for Bay Focus, I'm Brooke Larson.